Hey VC, it's Jonathan, your cheap and cheerful record collector. I hope everybody's doing well out there today. If my voice is a little bit strained, Tuesday I went in for a procedure, they call it at the hospital. I guess it's an operation when they cut you open, and a procedure when they go in another way. Anyway, it didn't turn out to be what they expected to find, they didn't find, and turns out the whole thing was unnecessary in the first place. But it's taken me a number of days to sort of get back. Got me on all these meds, and I'm totally dry all the time. My throat, my voice is not the same. But slowly but surely, I'm getting better. Anyway, today I went outside for the first time since Monday, basically. And I heard there was going to be a yard sale with some records. So I said, the hell, I'm getting out of the house. First thing I found, the record, I don't have anything else by this guy. The first one I have by him, and it's Tampa Red. Great bluesman from Tampa, Florida. This is his album, Don't Tampa with the Blues. Original Prestige Bluesville on the Deep Groove label. If I can get it out. There we go. You don't know that label. Just great, really just him and the guitar. No, orchestration, no drums, bass. No, just him and the guitar. Just great. Tampa Red. Also, while I was there, I saw this album, another one that I knew the name, but I knew what kind of music it was, but I'd never heard the album, and I couldn't let it sit there. And it's the Watts 103rd Street Rhythm Band with their album In the Jungle Babe. And it came in the shrink. Super clean, really nice. I just spun this. It's fantastic, man. I love that. And a couple of jazz albums. Piano player Ray Bryant and his album Take a Bryant Step. It has had orchestra, which I'm really big on orchestras, with the Richard Evans Orchestra. I'm not big on big orchestras, but he's so great. He shines right through. And they put him front and center, and it's great. Kenny Burrell. Great piano. Brian, great piano player. Next is Kenny Burrell. And this is his album, Ode to 52nd Street, also with a full orchestra. But again, he's front and center, and Kenny Burrell can play like nobody. So that's a great pickup. Really happy with that. All right, now, I go to Goodwill all the time. I have like 4 of them within 20 minutes, half hour of my house. And I hit them up in a random order at least once or twice a week. And 90% of the time I get nothing. Last week, this is before I had my procedure, I was watching a video online, and I can't remember who it was, but he's showing some new releases. And one of the brand new releases we just released first week of June was by Deep Purple, called Splat. And my reaction was I didn't even know they were still a band, let alone putting out records. But, I saw the record. I go to Goodwill the very next day, and sitting in the shelf, brand new, it was opened, but brand new, Deep Purple, with the booklet, with all the lyrics, for $2. The only thing I can think of, I played it through, and on side 2, there's a little click, like 3 revolutions. Here, click, 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 and then it's gone. That's the only thing I can think of, and it is in yellow vinyl. It's the only thing I can think of. Like I said, whoever got it was upset about the couple of clicks, said, I don't want it, and just dropped it off at Goodwill. Ridiculous. I went to Goodwill today. That's what I do. And someone once said, you always show us great stuff. How do you get all the great stuff at Goodwill? I said, yeah, but you don't see the 90% of the times I get nothing. 95% of the times I walk away with nothing. You only see the stuff I find. Today was a good day. Walked in today, excuse me, Supertramp in Paris, 2 LP. Everything is $2, by the way. Aha. Hunting High and Low. I don't know this record. I know a lot of people really dig it. A lot of this stuff is going to be 80s synth pop kind of stuff, but good. Again, I know the name. I don't know the music. It's that same genre, level 42. This is UK pressing. Yeah, level 42. Again, this is all Goodwill for $2. I was just like, I timed it right, because when I was going up to the register to pay, I saw another guy go to the record bins. He looked at me with my armful of records, and he goes, oh God, I missed out. So it's all about timing. Who brings this to Goodwill and drops it off? Dire Straits, Alchemy. I have a copy. I think this might be cleaner, so I'm going to check it out and see which is best. But a fantastic compilation of theirs. Great Dire Straits. This is a band everybody loves. I've never gotten into them. Again, for $2, I figured let me get by it and give it a go. And it's Rush. And their album, Hold Your Fire. Came with everything had the original inner sleeves. Every record had and all these records are super clean. But it's from one guy's collection. Then these are two from the same band, and it was $2. What the hell? Spandau Ballet and their album Parade. Again, I haven't listened to it. I really don't. I know the name more than I know the music. And I know the Spandau Ballet, True. Okay. Excuse me a second here. Genesis. I don't say anything about that. Everybody knows that. Men Without Hats and their album Rhythm of Youth. So they're all, as you can see, the same genre, same area, mostly. The Cars, I think it's cleaner than my copy. The jacket's not, but I think the record might be a little bit cleaner than mine, so I may do the Frankenstein thing on that. And the last couple of ones are just ridiculous. Kraftwerk at Goodwill in literally minty condition. Unbelievable. Computer World. With the original inner sleeve. I mean, it's all about timing. Being there at the right time. And because I'm retired, I have plenty of time to go do that stuff. Here's a band. Again, I saw the record cover, and I said, this looks great. I don't know what the hell it is, but I just love that. So I look it up, and it's a band called Allah, A-L-L-A-H, Las, L-A-S. And this is their album, Calico Review, from 2016. So that looks cool. I take that, I check the vinyl, make sure it's not scratched or beat up or anything. And clear vinyl. I'm not looking to give horse in the mouth, so I grabbed that one. I left a number of stuff. There's some Rod Stewart, they had some ABBA, who I'm not into, and other stuff. So I didn't take everything. I could have, but I didn't. All right, next. This is a record I've seen around a lot, but I never heard it, and everyone raves about it. So Prefab Sprouts and their album Two Wheels Good, which I guess originally in England was called Steve McQueen. So can't wait to dig into that one, to give it a spin. Some more Goodwill that I got. Oh, there's a Goodwill in Falmouth, Maine, which is next town over from me. I walked in there last week sometime, and the records were scattered all over the place, not even on the shelves, or lying on the floor and stuff. So being the obsessive that I am, I spent 15 minutes straightening everything out, putting everything up, and making sure everything was how it should be, not scattered around. And for my effort, I was able to find Lee Konitz, Satori, promo copy. He's a jazz saxophone player. It's a little free, but not too free. David Holland and Jacques Dejournette on drums, with him, Dick Katz on piano, on the Milestone label. They also had an album with Joe Venuti and George Barnes. Joe Venuti, violin player, sort of like Stefan Grappelli. That kind of gypsy jazz. Really great. Recorded live at the Concord Summer Festival in 1976. That's a cool little find. Jerry Mulligan, the Concert Jazz Band. Again, I'm not big on big bands, but this sounds great, and I really, really enjoy the hell out of it. This is from, recorded in 1960. And my favorite of all of them was this one. Johnny Hodges and Earl Father Hines. Stride Right. So Johnny Hodges on the alto sax, Earl Hines on organ and piano, Kenny Burrell on guitar, Richard Davis on bass, Joe Marshall on drums. Another great, great find. Really cool. Really happy with that one. And those are all $2. And then I went to Boom Loose Music, and I spent some real money on a record because I've been wanting this for a while. And it's Taj Mahal and Kev Mo, Room on the Porch. Wonderful. Just I love this album so much. So cool. So yeah, that's my last week or so. I think I'm on all these meds, and I'm so dry all the time. Anyway, you don't need to hear that. Thanks for watching. If you like what you saw, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button. I'm sorry I'm not going to be able to make it out to Buffalo to MJK's party this year. I'm just not feeling up to it for sure. But there'll be other parties. All right. Hey, thanks for watching. And until next time, peace.